Welcome, gamers, to episode 2 of this Let's Play series. We're playing Star Dynasties with the Bloodline DLC, and we've just now started basically our we're in late 2500, and so it's basically turn 2 in through this side. And when we have a look at this one, we'll see that there's little, like we're just really at the start of our next turn, and there's a few little there'll be little messages around the map in different areas. This looks interesting. That has changed. So something has happened in through there. So Archon Judd Ballard is now the guardian of Archon Air Berg Ballard. So these are just little minor events. It's leave a fine on one of their subjects back up through there, which is going to cause some dissension back in through this side. Now that's where the Archon resides. So what's happened? Oh, okay. What they've done is they've tried to clean up. They had too many areas, so they've actually sort of cleaned this one up a little bit. They've got direct control over these, but not this one here. So they've sort of given this one away. So this is like they've appointed a duke in here, which we don't know anything about just yet. From our side of things, we're looking back in through this side. We've got a Archon Belva Hickman is now the guardian of Archon Air Elliot Hickman. So she's actually now looking after her. I think that must be her son. I think who is, and she's just trying to teach him in the art of rulership, of how to sort of do things. Now we've got 13 action points this turn, and we do have to get our council under control. So let's go and do that. We won't worry about our potential enemies just yet. We'll have a look at them. In fact, if we have a look at the opinion of the faction leaders to us, there's nothing much really going on there. So these are just, in fact, this one's now up. It was 0. I think it's now 7. This one over through here from Judd Ballard back in through here is -5. So they don't really like us. Not with much, just a slight grumbling. But we have cemented this a little bit better than what we actually had. If we have a look at the kin, no, we don't need to look at that one. Opinion of colony rulers. These are still negative. -31, -17, -7, -10. So there is a bit of a problem there within our own area. We're going to have to try to cement this and make this work, because they could all rebel against us. This could be game over very, very quickly if we don't do something to hold on to these systems. So anyway, let's just start by we'll start by cleaning out, like getting our council into order. Now we've got a lot to choose from now. Our household members have gone up to 11 with all the marriages that happened in the preceding 6 months. We've only got one child at this stage, age 13. We should actually try to get him being also taught. But let's just go through everyone and have a bit of a look. So we want to have first of all, we've got some very, very good diplomacies. We've got a 99 in through there. We've got a 60 in through there, and we've got a 46 in through there with the Duke Consort. Now, it's expected that she be part of the council. If we have a look at these, she actually really likes us a hell of a lot. Yep, so we've got the, that's actually working quite well. We don't need to give her a role if we don't want to, but she was in line to be our, essentially our ambassador, but that's just not going to be important anymore. So we don't have to do that. I think that now with him, if we go, we've got a 12. Yeah, he's got limited areas elsewhere. He's only 24. We'd be foolish not to use him in that role. So what we'll do is we'll just go across into diplomacy, and he is by far the best with no other real skills that we sort of need to look at. So we'll go and do that one. He's then going to owe us a favour. So moral consequences. So promoted your brother-in-law to your council, and so that will then, he'll owe us a favour there. You can see with the wife, there's no favour to be owned. So the favour really is a spouse should hold a position of power in their partner's households, but unfortunately, she just doesn't have skill. Security maybe, but nothing much else. So I think we won't appoint her. We definitely want him in there, our brother-in-law. So he now goes into that role. That gives him a point of honour and happiness as well. And he now owes us a favour. So you assign your brother-in-law to the council. That lasts for 5 years, essentially, that favour there. So that then sort of works. Okay, so, and he's been promoted in there. This is, and we do actually have that relationship across this way now. So you can see there that by doing that, the opinion of Archon Belva Hickman has gone up to 30. And what's happened over here is now up to 6. But he's a direct relative, I think, of her. If we have a look at the family tree, Yeah, he's her father. Okay, so our brother-in-law is the father of the current Archon. So he's come to us. So we've actually got her father now married to our sister. So this is interesting. It's just I didn't look at this before, but this is interesting. This is the machinations that go on. It's really quite cool. Anyway, we'll just go back. I love this. I love this aspect of the game. It's just, it get things like, that's why suddenly Archon Belva Hickman is really, really quite supportive of us. So this is good. We've actually, just by marrying the father to our sister, has actually worked in quite nicely. Let's just go and click in here. So then brings up the house. So that's one that we want to get. Now, also administration can be very, very important. So we're looking for yellow, someone with good yellow. We've got a couple down in here. We've got Mistress Sylvian Tacticus, our daughter, has got 36. We have Dugan Tacticus at 35. So they both are reasonably good at that. We don't have anyone, actually she's good at, she's got 38 in security, Selena Tacticus. This is our niece. And that's probably going to be about the highest, I think, of anybody for that role. Our daughter, our sister, really should be given a role as well, but we've brought in Sydney Valencia, and he's by far the best for military. So let's go and throw him into there. So he's got the 90 in through that area. Again, our wife, actually we don't have to do our sister. She owes us one if we did that. So he goes in, gives him a point of honour. That's going to be great. So we've now got stronger military already. So we're getting very, very good numbers here. Now we already have a great administration skill, but I want to raise this one up. And so I think we will use Sylvian to actually do it. Now she's not going to do dramatically. What about our mother? She's great at technical. So let's just go across to here. So she's going to be by far the best at that one there. So the best technician. So that she gets appointed into that role. We've still got seven left. There's nothing else we really, like what do we have to do? We've got the following members of your house have not been given assignments. We can start to do these slowly over time. Master Joseph Tacticus would grow up to be a more capable adult if you appointed a guardian. We might do this now. He's 13. Let's just go to the actions and appoint a guardian in through here. It's going to cost me another 2. Who do we want to do that? I think I might personally do this. I can get others to sort of do it as well. Maybe the negotiator would be a good choice, just because we're sort of weak at diplomacy as a family, or even our mother. Like get him to sort of work with his grandmother, and because we don't have very good technical skills, so maybe we'll do it that way. Let's get him to look at what she's doing. She can teach him. So she's now the guardian of our son. Okay, that's good. That one gets that one out of the way. We've still got 5 points left, so we've still got 2 more slots. We'll go to the council. Well, security, again, we're so much better than anybody else with security, but I can get my niece, or I don't want him to change mother's duties. I don't want her to change. Appoint our daughter. So I'll go to the niece. She's better in through there. So she gets appointed. All right, and we've just got one more council member that we can actually appoint in through here. We've got a couple in through this side, our daughter or our niece's husband. Now he's got 35, she's got 36, so she's going to be the one. So we'll pop her in there. In you go. All right, that's good. So we've sort of now got everyone assigned into their different roles. Unfortunately, the heiress did not get a role, so she's sort of left out. We've only got 1 more point left, so we can't really do much with that one. But these new ones have given us the ability to actually have even more areas that we can then sort of get involved in. So I think we'll try to cement this relationship here. We won't undermine Haldus, but we might undermine either Alnair, or we can go further up and undermine Wasin, because we do actually have a direct link that way as well. So it might be this might be a way for us to start to push forward a little bit, but we still have to look after our guys here. We have to sort of start to do different things. Now, with only 1 more action point, everything is really going to cost me 2. Like if I go, for example, one of the things we could do would be to set up like a spy network, but it's going to cost me a bit of money and a little bit of action points, which I don't actually have. Another thing I could do actually is go to Capella and look at the repairs that we can do. Now we've only got 40 there. Sometimes you can get some cheap repairs, But no, everything's going to cost me at least 60. So and 2 action points as well. So there's nothing else I can do there. Oh, by the way, we didn't look at this before, but we actually do. We've got the main settlement now. Every other location is going to have a main settlement when we click on these. So they're all going to have main settlements back in through this side. This one bothers me with the 20 military barracks and through that side. It does give them a nice boost, and these are sort of our enemies that we have to monitor in a way. From our side, we have a hydroponic farm, which gives us 1 extra wealth in through this side. And then we have 20 technology from a laboratory, and we have a security centre there. So we have a boost to our security through this security centre. But we'll be wanting to get more and more. So this one here at 120 would be great, but it's going to cost us a little bit more. 120 there, we get plus 25% military replenishment. This one adds 2 wealth, but with a little bit of unrest. We can spread descent, so we can actually sort of do things with the convict ship at range 3. So originally an interstellar authority detention ship, this facility was left to rot after the collapse. Its population became even more aggressive and hopeless. Releasing them on unsuspecting stations would cause mayhem. So plus 20 to base effectiveness to spread descent. This applies to all such assignments. So we can create revolutions with that if we wanted to. We've got an incinerator at range 6, so cover up secrets. That's going to be very, very useful. So we might get that one fairly soon. But I think wealth is really what we need to be trying to sort of get initially. Jail in through here, so plus 40 assist tax collections with the jail, and that can be done at range 3. We've got, and so what that range means is that everyone in our if we build one here, they can all make use of the jail that we create here to sort of help them with their own taxation and sort of raising tax, etc. We've got a parts factory, so plus 35 repair installation at range 4. Now that's actually very good, but it's 120. So we could repair installations really quite nicely throughout the empire. We've got a synthahol plant as well, plus 2 wealth and minus 5 unrest at range 4. Now, does that give us any other negatives? No, it's actually very, very good. Again, that should be a 120. Yeah, so some of these are really quite cool. And so this will actually help, like we basically send this, so this terrarium was repurposed to grow plants suitable for fermentation. A makeshift still allows them to be converted to alcohol on site. So, yeah, lots of wealth. And negative 5 unrest. Wow, that's actually really, really cool. That's really, really cool. So that would then give everyone a boost as well if we got that one. So we need to get money. We need money badly. All right, well, we can't do much else this turn. There's nothing much else we can actually do. One thing we can actually have a look at is the actions down through here. And so when we look at this is the different sorts of things that we, like these are basically the collection of actions that are available to our faction. And you can see that there's certain things that we can't do, so just decide to try to have another child. This is invalid because either Duke Das Tacticus or their spouse is too old to have more children. So we can't have any more children ourselves. So that one's not available to us. Monitor vassals, we may need to do this actually, but we don't have enough action points. But anything we want to do, like acquiring claims with other factions, so we can see there that would be actually a good one for us to try to go and get. We've got the economy where we can sort of try to improve tax collection in different places, improve income infrastructure. This is quite a nice way of actually getting the actions that you're looking for, if you're sort of not sure exactly where they do come from. Anyway, there's a lot in here, and we'll have a look at this over time. So that's the next turn. You can see you don't need to really be looking at a lot of graphics to really get involved in what's going on in the game. Now, at the moment, I've got this with the opinions of the colony rulers, so we can sort of have a look in through here. This colony in through here, for example, click on that one through there. They like themselves, of course. That one likes that particular guy. They don't like each other, and we really dislike him a lot. If we go back into this one in through here, again, they like each other. We don't think much of them. They don't think much of them. But the trouble we have is that all of ours... Actually, that one's now plus 8. Plus 5. Negative 2 is not too bad. Negative 16. This one is the problem for us. I think if we had a look at our character now and had a look at the relationships, it's the only enemy we have is Alton Huff. Now, we've still got the following characters, either members of your house or relatives. can actually are not married. So Dr. Danica Tanicus, our mother, and Admiral Sidney Valencia is also not married. Now we're not going to let him leave the house. He's actually sort of stuck with us now, and so he's going to be a member of our household. Let's just end our turn. Now, no events happened. That when we had a minor event on our homeworld. So Lady Hedger Bauer and Sir Baron Grant have forged an alliance through their marriage of Sherman Bauer. So these are minor houses in through this side here. So that event was a minor event. So Archon has raised the taxes to medium in their particular area. These are now getting higher and higher in their opinion of us, including this guy. So things are starting to sort of, like we've got, this is extremely high. I've never played a game of this with having anything even close to these numbers. This is just exceptional. So we can do a lot of stuff in here. We've now got 16. We're getting +4. We're getting the bonuses we get from happiness is we're getting 4 from being a happy chappy. So if we have a look at our character, we can see the happiness is nearly sky high. The empathy, because everybody else around him is happy, it's contagious. So he's picking up a lot of empathy points and also ongoing. So living with Duke Consort, he likes living with his wife. And so this makes him very, very content. His reputation also, he's recently cheerful, is going up. The house diplomacy efforts are also going up as well. And so actually that should kick in a bit differently there. Actually, this personality is evening itself out. Yeah, it's the other one though. The house diplomacy efforts are causing everything to go back up. Now, what do we want to do? We want to find secrets. So just so we can actually sort of have things that we can then do against other people. So what we'll do is we'll go to Capella, we'll go to Actions, and we'll run a spy network in here. Now, I was wanting to get money up so we can get more events, but this is actually a bit more important. So running a spy network, let's just see what secrets we can start to dig up, and that will also then protect us as well. So we'll go across and we'll enact this at 15. So we'll just go and do this one here. And now we need to pick a house member to run the spy network. So we've got a few different people we can actually choose from. So they can all do different sorts of things. So this is Commissioner Selena Tacticus. She's in charge of security anyway. So we could actually have her run it fairly effectively. We could get our daughter to do it. So she's got 27 skill points. So these are all the different skill points of everybody. So everyone's got reasonable skill levels, but she's the best. So let's get her to run this one just to monitor what's happening back and through this side. So your niece has started an assignment, run spy network on Capella. That's going to cost us 15, so that's actually fine. And we then get a little message over here, so run spy network there. I don't know about this guy. Oh, it's going to, yeah, so we can either spread dissent, which I don't really want to do, but I could run a spy network here with a chance then of discovering things we can use against him, or we can try stuff in through here. What I wouldn't mind doing here is actually acquiring a claim. So task a member of your household with this assignment. When it is complete, House Tactics acquires a weak owning claim on Alnair. Now, we can do it that way, but we can also then try to get them to come and join us. And we might do that, I think. Yeah, we can't, there's nothing much we can do there, but what we can do is we can go to, this is Alnair here, we can go to Baron Hero McKee, and he likes us a little bit. He's quite happy. We can go to Actions for him. We can just improve relations with him and try to get him on side. So let's go and do that. We'll enact this one, and then we have, of course, our brother-in-law, our smooth-talking brother-in-law, who is the father of course, of the Archon back over this side. So we can go and talk to them on our behalf, and we'll try to sort of smooth them into our empire without having to go to war. We may need to go to war to protect it, but let's just go and do that one. So started assignment, improve relations. So we'll expand at the expense of the of which one is it, of the Ballards. So the Ballards will become what we'll actually go for. So we'll just sort of start to sort of move them through. Other things we can do this a few different ways. If I just go back to the house itself, we should see that both of these have now got things that they're doing. We've still got 12 action points. If I don't spend this, it gets converted to money anyway. Now, Dr. Danica Tacticus, what we might do is get her training somebody. Now, I'm thinking that probably the person we want to train is probably either the heir, or ourselves. So maybe we train ourselves up. So just go and right-click on her, and we can monitor vassals. This is direct things that she can then go and do. Train a house member. Because she's in charge of the technology, she can do these different sorts of things. So let's go and train a house member. We might as well train ourselves. So our mother's going to be training our son and also us as well at the same time. This is in a more official sort of way. She's going to start to sort of share information with us. Which skill set should we be trained in? I'm thinking administration is the one that really does pay big dividends. Everything just looks so damn good here. Security would be good as well, or technology. We'll go administration. Okay, so we're strong here. This is really strong, and these are the different assignments that we now have. We've now got 3 with assignments. I've still got a couple more. Now, the Admiral, back in through this side in here, if we go across and improve defences, I do want to improve the defences at Aquarii, or even at Capella. Let's go and do that. So, improve defences at Capella. Is that our home? So that's going to then sort of he's going to be working away. You can see there, these are the different things. We've got a spy network, we've got training the Duke, and we also now have improved defences. So plus 50% defender strength, like defender fleet strength at Capella. So while he's doing that, no one's going to be able to attack us here. This is, not that we really had that problem, but anyway, we may have to switch him over to here, for example, just to, once we take this one, to secure this eventually when we do it. Well, I'm saying when, if we get that one. That's certainly what we're aiming for. Now, we've still got the last one here. Now, what I would have liked to have done here is actually go and build something. But there's nothing much, rebuild like a colony. There's no valid colonies. Rebuild fleet, we don't need to do that one. Repair installation is what I would like to do, but there's nothing here that we can afford to do. So I think we just wait. So we'll leave that one alone, and we won't spend these. We'll just go and end our turn. I don't think there's anything else we really need to do. This will be good to see what actually does come out of the spy networks. We'll end the turn. Oops, hang on. I've got to cancel that one and end our turn there. Okay, so here we go. So we're facing public pressure to make your wife a council member. This is sort of what we spoke about before. Okay, you're expected to give you. I knew this was going to come in your house in recognition of their status. So we can promote Duke Consort to administration, which I don't want to be doing. We'd have to fire our daughter from these sorts of things. Now, the head of military is a bit easier because he's not really anybody from our direct family. Yeah, I'm going to refuse to do this. And that's going to make her a little bit unhappy, but I've got I've got much better people. So you refuse to make your wife a council member, that's going to then impact our reputation. So that's going to affect what everyone thinks of us because of this. It's sort of like this is now like a public scrutiny that we're now under. It's everyone will know. It's not a secret. It's we overlooked our wife. It's going to make certain people unhappy. It's going to probably make her a bit unhappy. Okay, so she now wants our vassalage. What will you ask in return? I'm going to refuse the request. Now, this isn't a threat, but she's asking for it. Now, she has got a claim on Capella, and we don't want her to do this one. But at this point in time, even if we go to war, it's the only way she can get her fleet through, and she's not going to be able to take it. We've got too much strength there, so refuse the request. That makes her unhappy. So you refuse to give your vassalage to Archon Belva Hickman. Now, her father is still actually part of our group. If we might have a look and see what that has done. Oh, here we go. Your niece and Dugan Tacticus have had a baby boy. Excellent. Forden, I like that name. Forden Tacticus is now a member of House Tacticus. Good. This is exactly what we wanted. We wanted to get more people in the bloodline. Oh, and we've actually now become very ill. So this happens from time to time, and when you actually are ill, you can see their health sort of as a thing. So ill characters can continue to perform most tasks, but they get a minus 50% modifier to their skills. An ill character who gets better may remain sickly. Sickly characters get ill and have negative health outcomes more frequently. And so this will happen as we get older as well. We'll just click on OK. And yeah, so we've got Duke Aries Celery Tacticus is arguing with your council. She orders us around, demands reports, refuses our orders. I am the house's heir, she retorts, but not its ruler. Apologise. So we can do this one here, where she then gets like a negative reputation, and then the others are somewhat pleased and grateful to the Duke, but she then has she thinks less of us. Or if she's to rule, she requires your obedience. And so what happens here is we give her honour. And Mistress Sylvian Tacticus and the others actually are somewhat unhappy, blaming us for that particular role. I think what we'll do, they're unhappy anyway, but she is going to be ruling. So I think that we're going to have to just, they're all actually, they are pleased, happy, thrilled. I don't want her to lose honour, so we'll actually go that way. But it's going to cause problems in the household. So when we have a look at it, we can see now that we've got like an illness trait next to us, and we're going to have to now change things up to sort of get ourselves fixed up a little bit. Now we've got 66. It's I can build something if I wanted to. Yeah, I might just do that and start to sort of get things going. Repair installations on your home system. That's exactly what we need to do. There's a few things we need to do. We've still got 16 in through this side. All of these now have fallen backwards a fair bit. If we just go back to our council, these numbers have dwindled away because of our illness. And so we're now going to go and change Dr. Danica Tacticus and get her, because she's in charge of the technology, she's essentially the house doctor as well. And so we can go to provide medical attention to somebody. So we're going to change what she's doing with the training and move that now across to fixing us up. So she's now going to switch across to that one. So your mother has started assignment, provide personal medical attention to Dance Tacticus. Great, okay. So mum's looking after us. Back through there. So her role has now changed. And we do have enough money now to also then go into Capella and start to move it. Actually, what we might have a quick look at is the house members. Now, how is he? He's still happy. Everyone loves him. Honour did not promote your wife to the council. So this has been a bit of an impact there with him. And they're all going to have the same problem with their opinion of us. Reputation is fine. Failed to chastise the heir and a haughty heir. So this has actually caused him problems, but the snubbing of his mother hasn't really been a problem. I'll just go back to the normal view, just so we sort of look at it from there. So that's not bad still. Like, he's still actually okay. So this is actually fine. I don't think there's anything. Oh, hang on. So actions towards, request for, yeah, there we go. So it's there in there. Overall, the fact that, Duke Aries Ellery, so Sydney, he liked that, and he also liked that there's some sort of supported the friendship there. The Duke Consort, living with Duke, he likes that as well. So he's so they're positives in terms of the actions, but the Duke and Tacticus got married. Doesn't affect him one way or another. But the thing he didn't like was the request for your vassalage was refused. So we snubbed his daughter, and it's only, he can see it, he can understand it. It's not a massive problem, but it's a small problem. So nothing that's going to really sort of get too much in the way of anything. So anyway, that's fine. Anyway, yeah, as I say, that's just the way it works. So let's go to Capella. We will start now. There's a few that we can afford to get. We can get the spread descent, which I don't want to do. Cover up secrets will be important later on. I really can't get I wanted to get more income, more wealth. But the ones that we really want are a bit further out. Now we can get the assist tax collection. This is only if we do a tax collection activity that we'll actually get this one. So let's repair this one up. It's going to take, depending on who we get to do it. So our daughter can do it in 3 turns. So she is Mistress Sylvain Tacticus. The others, I can end what the others are doing, but I wouldn't be wanting to do that one. That's her role. So we'll go and do that one. That we're down to 6 now, so we sort of got to be a bit careful with this one through here. There's still other things we can do, but we don't really have the money. So if we just go across into our actions, have a bit of a look and see. We've got monitor vassals. Task a member of your house with the assignment while it's ongoing. +1 or +3 vassal limit. Yeah, we don't need to do that one. Internal politics. What have we got in there? Quell unrest. Actually, this wouldn't be bad to do these. Let's have a look at the unrest on the actual planets themselves. So we've got the which one is unrest? It's the vassals' wars. It's not going to be highlighting anything. Opinions, combat prediction. That's betrayal. Contact. Where am I missing this? Population unrest. There we go. Actually, this isn't too bad. This one's still going up a little bit. That one's coming down. That one's going up a little bit. We're good where we are. It's at 53. This one's at 50. It wouldn't hurt to do it from here. So I can actually go from here and go to actions, and then just go to quell unrest and just go to act. And so we can get things, for example, like our sister is very, very effective at this one. Now she doesn't have a role on the council, so I can still get them to do things like this, like go and quell the unrest. So why not? Let's just go and do that one. So it'd be more effective if she moved across to Shirtan for the assignment. So if we go yes, she will travel there. If not, she'll just do it at 66 effectiveness. So yes, it means that she has more happiness, plus 24% happiness last turn, plus 25% opinion last turn. Yeah, no, we'll keep her on our home world, and she can just do it remotely. So she doesn't join their household. She'd be there on our behalf. So that's just sort of like a bit of that will then help bring this down pretty quickly anyway. We've still got 10 more. I can do the same here if we wanted to, just to help. We don't need to really worry too much about what we're doing. Let's have a look at our military. Yeah, we've nearly got our military built everywhere, so we don't really need to be, rebuilding ships at all. Everything is fairly well balanced by the looks of things as well. We've got a lot more interceptors at Kafal Jima, but everything else is fairly balanced. So you can see there, like this is actually the strongest house, stronger than us. This one's actually got more bombers than the others. Anyway, that's actually okay. I mean, we could. Yeah, there's nothing else we need to do there. I think we'll just sort of keep everything sort of working. This guy will get friendlier and friendlier with us as we keep on sort of working on them. Have a quick look at the actions again. We do have a lot that we can do. House management. We've got children council. Now children allow Commissioner Selena Tacticus and Dugan Tacticus to have another child. That's something that we should do anyway, I think. So grant a house member permission to have another child. It causes negatives and positives. So do not show favouritism when granting childbirth permissions, but also it's never favouritism to grant a couple permission to have a second child. So I think that would be good. We don't want to be doing that one. Allow Duke. They can't have it. They're too old. So they're too old to have children. So really, this is the secret. This is the future. So we'll allow that. Okay, that one goes through. That makes them a bit happier as well. So they're going to be really quite ecstatic with us. Just click on OK. And so we do actually have a house limit now of 16 because we're getting more and more money. So as we get better and better at things, this will then sort of work. So we're still down to 9 actions. What else can we do? Economy. I can improve infrastructure by repairing, but I can't afford it. And improve tax collection. Assist Alton Huff's tax collection. Now, we don't get much from these guys. There's no negatives for us doing this one. We just sort of help them actually get tax to then sort of a bit of that filters back through to us. So task member of your household with this assignment while it's ongoing, 0 to 50% bonus to tax collected from House Huff, for example. So Alton Huff... maybe, I'm just trying to think. Yeah, Alton Huff is the one that doesn't like us. He doesn't like us. He is greedy. We've got Charlton Bolton. He's okay. And we have Zelig Harden. He also doesn't really like us. And Baroness. Well, let's go and assist her. She's timid, actually. He's the only thing he has in his list there is that he's homosexual. But he's probably the one. He's right on the border. He's over here. Actually, no, she's on the border there. Where's he? He's in here. Yeah, he's over in here. Okay, we're already helping him in through here anyway with the unrest. So maybe we'll go over here and help with the taxation back over this side. So where is it? Yep, so assist the tax collection through there. And so we have, like, Dugan can actually help with this one, so he might as well go and do this. Now, he's one of the young guys. And so it would be more effective if he moved there, but then they wouldn't, I would prefer to keep him happy. So we'll keep him on Capella. It's not going to matter that much. If we move him across, actually, that's not too bad. Plus 24%. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, actually, we'll move him across. So he's now operating from there. And we've still got 7 more points. So maybe I can come back into here and just go back to the actions. Yep, assist the tax collection here as well. Why not? We've got so many people that can actually do things. Now, we don't want to end anything. We can send our wife over. And we'll keep her, just for the sake of the story, we'll keep her with us. So we'll stay on Capella. And so she can sort of be hanging around us. All right, we're down to 5. That'll be okay. And we're out of time. We're well out of time. Wow, this is one of these games that you do get caught up in it, I've got to say. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.